You are now listening to the Segundo podcast with...
Who? Craig Jones. Who? Craig Jones.
And having that guy around is the best thing that ever happened for the squad.
We're back, El Segundo, episode whatever. It's been a while.
Has been a while.
It's been probably 2 weeks. We're back fresh off another Tezos, who's number one, and for, I think, probably 3 years running, none of the fans or the athletes know what Tezos is. That's what kind of an incredible sponsor that is. None of us know what it is. They've given me Tezos bonuses. I don't know what Tezos is.
What do you do with the coins?
I don't even know. They give out, like, I guess a Tezos physical coin has the same value as a cryptocurrency, you know? It has the same utility, probably.
So the coin's like $5 or some shit?
Yeah, what's the bonus? Hey, I felt bad. It was the main event. Marigali gets the submission of the night bonus, which was $1,000. That might go pretty far in Brazil. Doesn't go too far in Austin, sadly. But that, I mean, obviously, I'm disappointed. Mr. Authenticity won tonight. But I think if we do jiu-jitsu math, I'm better than Marigali. Marigali's better than Kainan. Now that puts me at the top of the heap, and now I never have to actually get a win against Kainan. I am sad about the match because, I mean, you never know what Kainan's going to show up, and I think you saw some bad decision-making in this match. We saw the takedown. We got excited. Then we saw him sit back for a leg lock, and we all started to get kind of concerned there. I know he's been training with the Polish man, Matus Szyszynski, but I mean, I don't know if he has that type of flow. He definitely has that power. But as soon as he went for that, I was like, what are you doing? You know, you missed an Achilles lock, man. That gasses you out. And then what was interesting, we saw Marigali did what he was doing against me in my match, just picking up a single leg and letting it go. Like, his single leg threat, well, it's not that powerful, you know, like, and that gassed Kainan out, so which was pretty interesting because I don't think a lot happened and Kainan was pretty exhausted. So it's like he's so hit or miss in these matches. I mean, not to discredit Marigali, the finishing sequence was awesome. But basically, at the point at which he almost got the back, it kind of looked like Kainan gave up. He tapped to the arm triangle very quickly. So I feel like at that point, it was mentally broken a bit there. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting match. Hats off to Marigali. I was hoping he would call me out like Felipe Pena would, but he didn't. He just said he was the number 2 grappler in the world. That's why he could be number 2, because I still claim number 1 status for the for the Felipe Pena victory. Yeah, but all around, obviously not a great night for B team, but most of the guys really are. I mean, most of the matches on the card all round were kind of mismatches. You know what I mean? The main event was not a mismatch. The main event, although Kainan has the accomplishment and experience in Nogi, Marigali's already shown how good he is by getting silver at 80cc absolute. So that was really, on paper, a very, very interesting match. We look at the co-main, Fionn versus Jasmine. Jasmine really doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of. I would imagine her biggest victory was the press conference so far. Not to discredit her, but I mean, if you compare her accomplishments to Fionn's, yeah, that was a mismatch. Unfortunately, Fionn didn't get the finish in that, but she did dominate it start to finish. That's all I can really say about that match. We keep going backwards. Now we get to Ethan versus Dante. This was a mismatch on paper only due to the fact that Dante is a 77 kilo medalist and Ethan is a 66 guy. So we're talking about massive weight discrepancy. And I can only comment on this from personal experience. I'm an 88 guy. I did 99 to support my teammates and open up that division, even if one of those teammates did stab me in the back completely and potentially to one of our other friends tonight. But enough on that. We won't go into too much detail on those things. But when I competed at 99, even against the guys I beat, like Kyle Bain and Marigali, the mass of those guys just felt different. Like when you balloon up to 99 through the use of potentially Ever-Titan steroids, allegedly. We haven't signed the sponsorship contract yet, but that's a free plug. The mass difference is substantial. So even if Ethan bulks up a little bit and Dante cuts and they meet in the middle, Dante's a bigger guy than Ethan. That's a big hurdle to overcome that. So one thing I will say about this match is Ethan always comes, he puts on a show. Ethan, he came out strong. That's what I love about this guy. First 30 seconds, shoots a takedown on a bigger opponent, gets right into it, you know? And Dante does have a very dangerous arm in guillotine, so it's like he just threw himself into the fire, which was pretty fucking cool. Dante obviously gets a submission a bit later in the match. They had some 6 scrambles the whole match. I still think match of the night. I mean, you got to give Marigali Kainan just to the weight of the result. Match of the night, sub of the night. But Dante Ether was probably the most exciting back and forth. Fionn and Jasmine also was pretty tense because of the banter at the press conference. I thought Fionn could have had some better responses, you know. Give us some of the UK banter. Roast her back a bit, you know. Or is she from Ireland? I don't even fucking know.
She's Welsh, no?
Welsh, yeah. Ireland is a part of the UK. That's my opinion. Fight me over it. I don't care. I consider it the same thing, you know. But she's not even from Ireland. So again, yeah, Ethan, he put it on the line. Fun match. We keep going back. Nicky Ryan, Renee, also a booked mismatch, you know. It is a mismatch. Nicky Ryan being who Nicky Ryan is. Renee still coming up in his career. I mean, Nicky Ryan still is too, given his age. But again, on paper, this was a mismatch. Nicky Ryan was meant to kill Renee Souza. And in a way, he did. He took the back. He controlled her. Everyone else was freaking out, being like, Nicky, submit this guy, submit this guy. And me knowing Nicky personally and me also connecting with him through the shared terrible cardio, I was like, bro, let's fucking chill. I kept saying to him before the match, I was like, let's set a pace we can maintain for 15. That's very, very important. If everyone says you're going to smoke this guy, you go out, you blow your load early, you gas. That's not good for anyone. That's how you lose matches against guys you're better than. I kind of did that against Marigali. I was like, this guy doesn't know a fucking heel hook. Went for too many heel hooks in 3 minutes. Got gas, pushed through, secured a late thing to get the match done, but definitely it was just strategy error, and I was exhausted for Kainan. But yeah, Nicky Ryan, I thought he did great. He's obviously coming off a lot of injuries. He's coming off a dominatrix fetish, you know. We're trying to work our way out of that too. That's a story for another time. But he came out, he controlled. Renee did good defensive hand fighting on the back. He survived a couple bad chokes. JT Torres in his corner came out with I thought he came out, the game plan I thought I saw was Renee was going to come out and keep going for those not sort of deep footlocks from top position and try to look busy to the judges there. So that's what I thought I saw. If I were to coach Renee against Nicky, that would be the way I'd see a path to victory. Try to do things that make it look like you're winning, and then try to break Nicky Ryan's gas tank. Try to take it to the later parts of the match. But yeah, I'm happy with Nicky. Again, it was a mismatch on paper, but it's good for Nicky to get back out there, get a win. He called out Davi Ramos. That would be a fun one. Davi kicked me in the face in my match with him, so hopefully Nicky Ryan can, with his big cankles, can kick him back in the face. We keep going down the card. Who was before this one?
You missed Heisem.
Oh, we missed Heisem. Obviously, yeah, Heisem Philippe was above the Nicky Ryan match. So, yeah, it was a busy night at corner for us. Again, this is a mismatch on paper. Heisem's coming up. He still has a bit of inexperience. He still has a few holes in his game that we're trying to fix. Philippe is who Philippe is. Philippe's obviously one of the best ever in the sport. This was a mismatch on paper. But again, Heisem had his moments. I thought Heisem maybe at times respected him too much. Couple of bad decisions. Heisem stuffed the takedown, then pulled guard. Sort of negates the purpose of stuffing the takedown if you pull guard afterwards. But some of his good moments where he was able to attack the legs without getting his back taken. He got quite deep on an E-bar, and he hit a Kimura trap in which Heisem was probably, I'll say this, he was deserving of the penalty because he was backing up too much rather than circling. But the time in which the referee gave him the penalty was seconds after he attempted a Kimura trap. So it's like, obviously, ref's thinking, I'm going to give this guy a penalty. Next second, he backs up. But that's probably not the time to do it again. But yeah, Philippe was able to get on top, and once he got a good position, Heisem is, in my opinion, he's always been probably the top dog in his gym. And something that happens when you're the top dog in your gym, no one puts you in bad positions. So you never really get to work those areas. So obviously that's something we've got to work on with Heisem is getting him comfortable in those bad positions, because really once Philippe passed the guard, it went downhill pretty quick. And I know Heisem has a lot of potential in the sport. So we've got to make sure that if he ever gets put in a bad position, he can find a technical, efficient way to get out of there, even against guys like Felipe Pena. Who else? We had JB too. JB looked really good. He almost got his patented back take, got to the legs, exposed the heel, but then he got popped on a toe hold straight away. I'm not sure what happened. I have to rewatch it, but it was quite, it popped him straight away. That's hard to deal with. You know, like some guys just have fragile joints, you know, like for me, I'm pretty flexible. I'm naturally flexible. I don't do any of that stretching bullshit, you know. Stretching's fake. But if you rip a toe hold on me, my ankle seems to bend quite far. Obviously, we saw there tonight was JB. It popped pretty bad straight away. I know he's got some ice on that thing. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that sometimes you're in a shootout. You got an inside, they got a toe hold. It's a Mexican standoff, you know. It's who's willing to take more pops, whose body pops first. And we know Achilles, historically, is psychotic when it comes to don't tap. And I'm pretty sure that was a leg Stanley Rosa recently broke that he was still choosing to just eat a heel hook to take a toe hold. We also had Healy against Helena. Healy's here from Absolute. She took on Helena. No one wants to take on Helena. Helena is a 16-year-old that looks, I don't know how to say this without being creepy, but it looks like a fully developed woman, you know? And no one wants to take that match. But I think, of course, she needs to be taken on world-class athletes, you know? Healy's very raw, very early in her career. Props to her for doing it. If someone offers you a match against anyone, you kind of should take it, you know? But this was definitely a big skill discrepancy. Not saying she doesn't have a path to victory. Anyone can pull off an upset, but it's clear Helena should be taken on top-level competition. I assume people like Fiona and stuff. Helena's huge for 16. Like, huge. Like, I'm thinking, like, what's her walking weight class going to be when she's actually an adult?
Yeah.
I'm not sure she's going to be massive, though. Maybe we have her fight Gabby Garcia. I don't know. That'd be interesting. But, yeah, all around, it was pretty exciting card all around. Obviously, there's some other matches I forgot. Taza got a win. He had a close decision. Andrew Tackett got a sick back take, rear naked choke. Another sick matchup. I think that's all the ones. There was 10 matches. I probably forgot a few.
Yeah.
I didn't watch them all, to be honest. Some of these I just watched the flow grappling finish, you know. But all around, what do you think of the card?
So it's pretty exciting. Obviously, not the best day for the boys, but we had some good matches. Yeah, Hackett never has a fucking boring match. He looked pretty good. Submitted the kid pretty quick. And then Nicky Ryan looked awesome on his comeback to the mats and stuff. It's been like a year and a half since he's competed. Maybe
he hasn't competed since ADCC. So yeah, probably
coming up on a year now.
Over a year, right? Yeah, almost a year, right? Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to see him.
Again, we probably won't see him until 2027.
Like you said,
know?
Like the Olympics every 4 years, you see the kid.
It's a rare experience, Nicky Ryan competing. But yeah, one thing I will say is like we will put like if an athlete comes to me and they've been offered a match, no matter who that match is against, we're going to let them have authority over who they want to face, even if it is a perceived mismatch, you know? Like, again, I would never send someone out there that had no chance to win. But again, I'm not going to do anything to protect our name. You know, athletes come in, who would I be to say, hey, I don't know if you're ready for this yet, you know? Because opportunity on flow grappling, massive. And I lost a lot coming up, taking on people that had a huge skill advantage over me because, again, it gains you experience, helps you prepare later, you know? Guys that made their debut tonight, like JB, they get experience performing on Who's Number One, arguably one of the biggest shows in the sport. Once you have your first one, the second one's not so bad, you know? And then once you get your first win on the show, you start to build from there. Not everyone can hit the ground running and go 3-4 wins on Who's Number One. If you aren't having success, I mean, look at the quality of J-Rod. I think J-Rod's lost 3 times on Who's Number One.
Yep, he has.
Again, so it's like you can still, losing on Who's Number One, you can still be a very, very good athlete. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show. Obviously, they want to book me versus Felipe. I'd rather ride off into the sunset with that victory, you know? Like, we edged out Marigali, we edged out Tyratolo, we edged out Felipe Pena. We'll let those wins age gracefully, you know? We'll let them age gracefully. And if you want to give me the opportunity to even a score where I potentially go one-on-one against these guys, you better get out the checkbook, you know? There better be no $1,000 submission bonus. There better be, add a couple zeros to that. Maybe we can talk, you know?
Yeah.
Rip up a contract. I don't know, you know?
Tezos better fucking step up.
Yeah. They'll be paying me in crypto NFTs. I want the real shit. I want the shit that my drug dealer takes. And he doesn't take Tezos, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's for the best. But yeah, good show. Good show. I just got back from another expedition to Europe, you know? Adventuring over in Europe. And again, I don't know how to say this, but fuck, European people are pretty fucking weird sometimes, you know? There's parts of Europe where, again, like, nobody fucking smiles. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't smile either if I didn't have AC in my house. You know, like Switzerland, no AC. Third world countries have AC. Switzerland, one of the richest countries in the world, and I kept asking people, I was like, why the fuck don't you have AC? And the guy's like, it's $10,000. And I'm like, bro, everyone here works for a bank. You can afford a fucking air conditioner. You know, it kills me. But the one hard thing about being in Europe, right, I'm used to a culture where we smile at each other. So when I'm no longer interested in a conversation, I stop smiling and stop talking. But that's their baseline. They don't know you don't want to talk to them anymore, and they just will just stand there and just look at you. And I don't know how else I can exit the do I just walk away? Like, is that socially acceptable in Europe?
What parts of Europe where you're at, so people kind of have an idea?
I mean, I could be anywhere, you know. We could be popping up. We're in Croatia. We're in Italy at some point. And I was in Switzerland, you know. We went on a bit of a road trip. Nicky didn't drive, the fucking selfish asshole. I had to drive.
Does he even have his license?
He has his license, but yeah, I don't know. He's just a lazy prick, you know. We kept him in the back. Honestly, I'd probably rather sit in the front seat than sit in the back and not drive. You know, I'd rather. I'll take one for the team. Other weird shit about Europe is everyone kissing each other's cheeks. Mm-hmm. Have you ever dealt with that?
Yep, I went to Italy once when I was a kid. That's pretty.
No one's kissing your cheeks as a kid.
Oh, dude. The ladies, as soon as I kept out the airport, the ladies fucking loved me down there.
They loved you.
Yeah, I did a little trip with my parents.
So you're telling me at one stage in your life, women did enjoy your company?
I did, yeah. Then I grew up.
No, I find the kissing shit weird. One kiss, two kiss, or no kiss at all, you know? I don't know how to go for it. I definitely don't kiss dudes, but, you know, I mean, there's kissing and there's no smiling. I'm getting mixed messages from these people.
The dudes kiss too, no?
Maybe your friends. Maybe your friends, yeah. I'm trying to think of what other shit's weird about Europe. Hey, group showers?
That's normal?
That's normal. All the gyms I had, like, everyone's having a shower together with their cocks out.
Like high school, like just showers, no?
Like high school. In Australia, so here's the thing. Australia, we never shower together. Americans, you guys shower together in high school, but not as adults. In Europe, they just kept that shit running. You know, it's like, there's a lot of cost-cutting things over there. AC, shower curtains, you know? Like, I don't want to fucking have a conversation while I'm showering, you know? Like, the hobby I do is already so gay. I've felt guys' cocks touch me. I don't want to then go look at their cock in the shower, you know? It's too, and they're way too, again, they're way too friendly, you know? That's probably the one time they do smile, is in the shower.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, every time I go to Europe, every gym showers, they seem to shower together. Very interesting decision there. I mean, I wonder how the transgender situation's going on over there, because I mean, it's fucking hard to hide that situation when you have to shower with the boys.
That's true. I feel they're a little more lenient over there.
Very, very strange. Other things that I find weird about the gyms, and I won't name any specific gyms here, because I've encountered this even in America, is when a gym owner provides a shower, but tells you to bring your own soap. Like, just pay for fucking soap for the members, you know? Like, I'd rather pay for the soap and know they're clean than not provide soap and these lazy broke retards not actually clean themselves with soap. They just rinse themselves underwater.
Yeah, that's pretty odd.
That's super common, eh? Like, guys, if you're a gym owner, buy some fucking soap.
Yeah.
If you don't want to buy soap, put the membership up. Why would you not put soap in the shower? Would you not put soap next to a sink? Like, people take a shit. You want them to wash their hands with soap.
If they're cutting costs on the curtains, then it kind of makes sense they're cutting costs on the fucking soap.
They're cutting costs on everything, eh? The Soviet Union expanded very far west, apparently.
Times are hard, man. Times are hard.
I'm trying to, what other fucking weird shit? Other shit we got to complain about with gyms? Uniform policies.
That's true.
Different gyms around the world have uniform policies. There's no reason to have a uniform policy except that you want your members to buy your merchandise, you know? Guys, just make cool merchandise. Make something gay. Make something drug related, you know? Like, pay a designer, and guys will wear your shit. You shouldn't make them wear it. Huffa Mendez at AOJ, I believe you could only wear white gis.
Yep.
Is this a gym or is this a clan meeting? You know what I mean? Why are we all wearing white fabric over us at all times? You know what I mean? Like, is it Professor Huffa or Grand Wizard Huffa? You know, that's the question. Grand Wizard sounds pretty cool. He is kind of a wizard on the mats too.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit for that. But yeah,
Short guy like a wizard.
the only uniform policies you should have if someone's wearing something, if you're a man and you're wearing spats only.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're a man and you're wearing Valley Tudo shorts only. The
That's
policies should be in regards to that. They shouldn't be in regards to what you have to wear. I wonder what the first gym that did that was. Probably Gracie Baja.
Crazy Baja, yeah. Probably makes sense. They fucking all look the same.
What I will say though, one thing that feels really cool is if you go to a gym. I've been to gyms that have uniform policies, but they don't make me wear it. That's how you feel like, oh, you've made it, you know? Because if I see another athlete visit there and he's in the gear, I'm like sucked in.
Yeah.
You know, you had to buy that shit.
More common in the gi schools, I guess. Not a lot of no gi. I mean, AOJ makes you wear all black and shit, but besides that, not a lot of no gi schools do that stuff.
Schools that I remember AOJ. I'm pretty sure one of the guys from AOJ got fired because he wouldn't shave his beard.
Jeez.
Like even the policy on what you
Facial hair.
Yeah, facial hair is.
Interesting. That's weird.
I'm trying. What other weird shit have gyms enforced?
Lately?
We have a big issue at our gym.
Oh yeah.
Everyone wants to come in through the back door. We have a back door. I guess that's where people think the cool kids come from. But like one crazy thing is like people, we had doors before we had locks. And then people would go through those doors that we wouldn't want to go through those doors. So someone invented the lock. The lock is to keep you out if you don't have a key. Like it's a simple concept. You know what I mean? It's like, I have a key to the door. That means I can enter the door. But that doesn't exist at our gym. All the cool kids want to come through the back. I guess they don't want to walk through the post-apocalyptic 80s mall here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that bothers me at the gym right now.
I don't get it. I mean, you at least get to pass through some AC before, like in the back, if you come in, it's just like straight heat. It's like 100 degrees every day nowadays.
I mean, you might have to shoot a homeless guy trying to sleep in our fucking... Yeah. Even the homeless people think this building's abandoned. They get shocked. They're sleeping here and they get shocked that we actually... there's businesses still operating in it. 2 businesses operate in maybe there's 10 storefronts here.
Yeah.
One used to be, you'd be able to get a happy ending there. That place is sadly gone.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of our students kicks that back off again, you know, because that's the only therapeutic massage.
Yep. That's it. Then we got the sign place. And
I
shit.
wish we had a coffee shop in here, something like that. Put one of the boys to work on that shit.
That wouldn't be bad.
We actually, I saw it. It was me and you, right? We're walking through the B-Team mall area, and someone had left one of these random doors slightly open. And we basically had an expedition into this area that looked like it hadn't been accessed. Like, I thought we were going to find a serial killer in there or something. Turns out Gundo was just sleeping there.
We found this house.
But we found a part of the mall that was, like, untouched since, 2006 or something?
You read the thing, yeah. It was like over 10 years.
It was real creepy, yeah. It was
like
like there was a calendar in there that had the year on there with dates crossed out. There was weird shit in there. There was couches. What did you find? You found an ice cream machine?
I found a fucking, soft serve machine. It looked like they're using it for storage.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just filled with random shit. It's scary as fucking there.
Yeah, I for sure thought we were going to find a body in there or something.
Yeah.
But we went in there a couple times and now they've locked it back up.
I think they found us.
Someone's aware of our presence in there. But yeah, this building's for sure haunted. They should probably fucking knock this down.
What do you think?
With some of the members still inside.
A couple of years before they knock this shit down and make it a parking lot?
I don't know. It's going to be hard for them to do anything with this area while fucking interest rates and shit are fucking so high. They take a loan on this. I don't know though.
This building's like what, since the 90s? Since like 1970s or something.
It must be around since the 70s, eh? Must be.
The coolest shit about this plaza is fucking blazer tag.
Yeah, blazer tag's the best part about this
Yeah.
complex. We basically have a Gold's Gym. I think we have a school here
For like fucking trucks and shit.
Yeah, they teach people how to drive trucks. And they have some sort of high school here for fucking dumb kids as well. Which is brilliant, because that's like, I keep telling Nicky every day, I'm like, Nicky Ryan, bro, we could get you your high school diploma.
Get your fucking diploma.
If he had lost tonight, we would have forced him to go there.
He has to go back to school for sure. That's amazing. Yeah, we do have and we have like that weird like massage place. It's not a massage place. The ladies are wearing scrubs and shit. I don't know what they do in there.
Oh, yeah, I think they just take blood in there and shit,
Oh,
you
yeah?
know? Some of the members allegedly,
Oh,
you're going to be getting your blood taken
fucking
soon.
might as well go there, yeah.
You got to get your blood work done.
Yeah, I just got fucking texted today, so I gotta go set that up. Yeah.
You're scared. Tell me more though. You're scared of needles.
I'm not scared of needles. I've never shot myself up with anything. So how do you expect me to fucking grab a needle and put it anywhere in my body?
You that frightened of it?
I'm not frightened though. I just never done it.
You
what
seem
if I
pretty
miss?
defensive.
What if I miss the muscle?
Bro, again, it's gonna be hard to find muscle on this fucking physique,
Dude. I'm pretty sure if I miss, I could like. What if I shoot it into like somewhere? Just like I now have like a fucking welt or something.
Oh, bro. I mean, let me give you some stories about a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to be careful with where you put these needles. You know, you might inject into a vein, and that actually gives you a coughing fit, like you can't breathe. You know, so you got to draw it back a bit, make sure there's no blood in there. But sometimes it might still get you there. You know, you could do the quads, you could do the fucking shoulders here, like you're getting a vaccination, or you could do the butt cheeks.
What's the least deadly one?
None of them are deadly.
Fuck.
You just got to get an ass. You have no ass, you know? Get a bit of fucking
I feel like if
cushion
I
back
get it
there.
in my ass, if I sit down, it's gonna hurt.
I mean, it might hurt.
Yeah.
It might hurt. But you're going to be fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
What's
This is good quality Evertitan testosterone. I might even have a bit of grapeseed oil in there, you know? We're not talking black market Mexican shit.
I still gotta figure out what stack I gotta fucking get on.
Bro, anything would be good for you. Anything would be good for you.
Yeah, I gotta do some research, ask some friends, see what the final decision should be. But yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm just fucking. I don't want to fuck up and die.
Sorry, guys. That's my pizza delivery now. We had a quick pizza break. We couldn't eat and do the pizza, especially the cameraman, because his jaw clicks from a long history of God knows why his jaw clicks, you know? But we pick up where we left off. Freddy's just told me that he's actually going to try to find a nurse.
I'm gonna try to. I used to date a nurse, so I'm gonna see if I can get back into the nurse game.
It's good you've learned from your mistakes,
Yeah.
eh?
Oh.
As a 30-year-old borderline unemployed man, that's probably the field you should be choosing from anyway. Nurses, beauticians.
They're usually the most toxic, so they're
Mexican
fucking great in
single
bed.
moms. That is your zone, bro. So
Yeah.
if you could find yourself a nurse that could inject you, that'd cover a lot of bases for your fear of needles here.
Yeah, she could take care of me, drain my ears and stuff, dude. Fucking game. And then I don't have to do it. I don't have to work. She's the breadwinner. I could do what I do, which is absolutely nothing. I think I might have found my path.
I think we could probably find one. There's a lot of nurses on dating apps for sure.
Yeah. I'm been on them. I haven't found a nurse, but I maybe need to switch my parameters.
I mean, there should be a category for nurses.
That would
you
be
know?
sick. Yeah. That would be sick.
I feel like most nurses have like I don't even want to say undiagnosed, diagnosed mental illness for sure.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. They're the most toxic women. Maybe because they always want to help.
I reckon
patient.
yeah, exactly. They're toxic because they like to help people. That's why
Yeah.
they chose that field. So they want to break you, mend you, or pretend to mend you.
I love it. So, like, look, ladies, if there's a traveling nurse out there that has contracts coming up in the city near you, you should get your contract here in Austin, take care of me for a couple months, and if you like it, you can stay, and if you don't, I'll just find another nurse.
Why traveling nurses? Why are you not going to work with the nurses of Austin?
Because it's like a trial period. We get her to come here 3 months. She likes me. She likes the city. She stays. If not, we get another
Would you prefer it if she had a kid, so she wasn't too focused on you?
one. Then she would have 2 kids. You think she could deal with that?
This man is a catch. If you have a car and you have a comfortable living situation, what you need in your life is a man without a car.
No, and not a good living situation. So.
And a cat. And
Yeah,
a cat. He's got
I do have a
he doesn't
cat.
have a car. If there's an emergency and he takes his cat to the vet, the cat's fucked.
Fuck,
But
dead.
we got to talk about. All right, so B team, we went 1 win, 4 losses tonight.
Mm.
But recently we discovered that we had one of the biggest victories we've ever had. Gordon Ryan actually unfollowed all of us on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he waved the white flag. I remember him, he used to rant at the gym, all this crazy shit. He used to like, he'd complain about people and we'd be like, hey, why do you unfollow this guy? And he'd be like, I can't unfollow him because then they win. So guys, by my count, that's 3 wins to him, 1 win to me.
Yep.
That's my first victory here. Honestly, I'm shocked. Like, I feel like if you unfollow someone, they're bothering you to a pretty heavy level.
Yeah.
I do get a bit where he comes from, you know, like, I'll hide someone first. I'll just hide him because I don't want to see him in my feed anymore. But it's you kind of get that feeling where you're like, I don't want to unfollow this motherfucker because if they see it, they feel a moral victory.
Yeah,
and
no,
like,
you
I
won't.
definitely feel a moral victory. The only way it gets better is if they block you. You know,
Yeah.
like if someone unfollows you, that's like a good points win. That's like a
Yeah.
comfortable decision. If you block someone, that's like a submission victory. You've really tapped out there.
10-8 round.
That is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
People, yeah. That
You
guy
followed the
unfollowed
whole
me.
team, huh?
Yeah, everyone except for Nicky Ryan. I'm sure he wishes he could unfollow
Yeah.
Nicky Ryan.
That won't look bad.
That's more for optics.
Yeah,
You know what I mean
exactly.
here? But yeah, I don't know. I guess we've won the culture war there
Yeah.
with Nicky Ryan. Eh? Some might say he's censored us. Like he's fucking anti-free speech. Doesn't want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that one. Eh? That's a big victory.
And while he unfollowed you, you used to have a lot of good people following you from that camp. So.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. He unfollows me. He's gonna hear about
Yeah,
it if
of
we talk some
course.
shit. But I'm honestly pretty upset. I remember like I don't know when it was when I unleashed the Miata videos and shit. Like I remember he came after me. He had never said a word about me. I think I probably pissed him off with some interview I said. But you do a podcast, someone asks you, I'm gonna say something, and if things might offend people, and then we started the back and forth, and he just got destroyed on every exchange, every post. Like he'd post something thinking he's smart, and the fans would tear him apart. He'd comment on my post, so I'd roast him back. Like it was fucking so enjoyable. I lived for that shit,
Yeah.
you know? And I remember he would always be the troll master and no one would respond, but like, fuck, I love that shit. So now, not only does he not acknowledge my existence, but now he's unfollowed me. Like, I just can't help but think like, but this is a good time for both of us. We should get, like, if you sort of must be offended if you unfollowed him.
I just wonder what the last straw was.
Yeah, what set him over the line?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I wish I knew.
Yeah. Because
But-
we don't know the timeline of when it happened. We just know it happened.
But we'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know. It's not like I could text him and ask him. Maybe we'll see what
Yeah.
happens, you know?
Think he'll respond?
I was hoping that ultimately one day we'd have him as a guest on the show, you know?
You don't think that's a possibility? I mean, he doesn't follow us, so I wonder if he see our message.
Yeah, now it goes to the message request, maybe. I got him on WhatsApp, though. I remember, yeah, he's on WhatsApp. Well, I don't know if I should say this, but I remember he had given me a link to a website, and I remember after the team split up, I was like, fuck, what was that fucking website? And I went back to the WhatsApp chat, and I was looking for this dodgy fucking website, and I was like, motherfuckers deleted the message.
No.
I was
dang.
like, I was looking to buy something online, and I was like, I can't fucking remember the website. You know, like, it took me forever to re-find this website of whatever it was. You know, it could have been anything, but luckily, Ever Titan fills the void now. Shout out to our sponsors, Ever Titan. While we're in the Ryan family, Nicky Ryan passed on to me one of the greatest stories I've ever heard about this guy.
What is it?
Nicky Ryan is an individual that exists in America where his birth certificate and his social security are different names.
No way.
Different fucking names, right? And he gave me permission to tell the story. So his birth certificate is Nicholas. Nicholas Ryan. But his social is NickOlas. And I remember he was telling me some funny story about how his mum was high when she was filling out some forms and she was like, oh, fuck, I fucked up his name. You know, and I think it's because she's probably so used to writing Nicky.
Yeah.
Like Nicky,
Yeah.
Nicky, and then like I mean, fuck, I could be there, you know, like Nicky, Nicola. I mean, maybe not me, but Nicky Rod for sure, Nicky Rod. But yeah, kills me every time Nicky told me about this story, and I'm like, surely you got to fix that, right? Like,
Did he?
I don't think. I mean, dude, the guy just started his tax returns. He's not tackling something
That's
like that.
gonna give him problems. He needs to fix that.
I feel like it's giving you problems.
Dude,
yeah,
for sure. You need that for everything.
I had my social security card for about 3 weeks, and then I got stolen out of the car with these fucking people out. Well, I assume so. I could have lost it. I don't know. But it disappeared with my passport too.
How the fuck did he do his taxes? He needs his fucking social security card, or at least his number to match his shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond me, dude. Yeah, it's a mystery. Yeah, Nicholas Ryan.
Nicholas
Ryan.
Donald Ryan.
If you took one look at him, you would see that maybe his Nicholas name is spelled a little different. You know, like he's a bit of a different
Yeah, a little flair on that.
A little bit of spice on the name.
To me, he looks like I love his middle name because he definitely looks like a Donald. Like
A
hair,
Don-
he
yeah,
has a
he's-
toupee.
Yeah, he
Like,
does have Donald Trump's haircut, you know, and he gets very defensive. He'll be like,
Yeah.
he's like, my hair isn't red, it's strawberry blonde. And I'll be like, bro, never say strawberry blonde to me ever again, please. But yeah, he has Trump's hair.
He does. Same haircut.
That's the only time I've seen Trump's hair exist in the wild. you
Yeah.
know?
Or at least a man who's 22 years old, however fucking old the kid is.
Yeah, the guy, he could be 16 or 35,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Hey, you change angles looking at him, he looks different, you know. He comes into a training some days, and I'm like, bro, do you have a family of 7 at home? Like, you look like you're fucking going through it, bro,
Yeah.
you know. But I guess that's what living with Damien will do to a man, you know.
The crazier his hair is, I know the crazier his day is.
He
for sure.
always he comes in and he looks like he's been up all night solving crimes or something, you know. Like he looks like a fucking detective,
Yeah.
an alcoholic detective
Yeah.
or something.
The best days are when he has the shades on, and it's like, you could tell he had a long night.
Dude, those shades, man, they're fucking. That's Highway Patrol meets the Village People. Like Jay had them, and he sold them to Nicky Ryan. And I remember just looking at him like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if those don't do. But then he says to me, Craig, you wear women's glasses. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's his comeback.
that's true, but you look like Highway Patrol. You know.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah, I love that kid. He always looks like he's a mess, man. Incredible.
He's good to have around because you take one look at him and you're like, fuck, I got it together, right? You know, like my fucking birth certificate's the same as my social that I used to possess. Yeah, but Nicky Ryan, that's a story in the life of Nicky Ryan. But it's like, when you're young, you have no urgency to fix those things. But as you get older, another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
At what age do you stop calling yourself your nickname? You know, like...
Once he stopped calling himself Nicky.
Yeah, like, or Nicky Rod.
fuck.
Like, at what age? Like, I mean, 37, you say, hey, I'm Nicky. People are like, bro,
Yeah.
you're Nick.
You're fucking
Come on, settle
Nicholas.
down, you know?
Oh, fuck. I mean, how old is he? 22?
Just turned 22,
22,
yeah. He's got a bit left.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of time. I mean, I think once you, at least, if you survive that 27 club, then you're an adult.
Yeah, I don't know if he survives it, to be honest,
I
you
don't
know?
know. Yeah, I mean, again, how he comes in every morning with, like, hairs in all places, big glasses. I don't know if he makes it past the 27 club. And to him, he's a fucking legend. So,
He's thriving. I'm glad he got the win tonight. We're pretty happy about that.
Yeah. Where's the after party for him at tonight, you think?
I mean, that's another Nicky Ryan story. I remember Renee messaged me about the Red Rose. Obviously, a fine establishment in Austin here. Fine establishment for Austin standards, not by worldwide standards. That's for damn sure, you know. But Renee was trying to get me to go to the Red Rose. Nicky Ryan's actually banned from the Red Rose. Nicky Ryan is banned from a strip club in Austin, Texas. The Red Rose, he's banned. He's on the ban list. If you see him in there ever, tell security this cunt is banned. You know, get him out of there. Get him out of there straight away. But I guess we got to sort of wrap this shit up with what we got coming up. So let me think about what I can say. I mean, we didn't even talk about Quintet, but I got Saturday, I fly to Iceland. Can't get enough of these fucking European people, you know. Fly to Iceland. I'll be in Iceland for a week. Then I'm doing some seminars in China. China will be interesting to go back to because I've had some issues there before with immigration.
Yeah, I
Again,
remember
China's
this
a place. You have questions. There's no answers. You know, there's nowhere you can go to get answers. You just hope for the best. I come back for a week. Then we go to Tokyo for Quintet. Yeah, we filmed a whole segment of breaking down Quintet, but the fucking people took too long to release the team. But yeah, we're sending a really good team to Tokyo for Quintet. That's going to be a fucking fun time. I haven't been to Tokyo since pre-COVID. Looking forward to Tokyo. Heisem taking us out to Roppongi, maybe. I don't know. See what we can get away with out there. Heisem shortly blends in. You know, we won't get into too much trouble.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. That's true. He's a fucking local.
Tons of Heisems out there. But yeah, and then after that, I won't say the opponent, but I'm actually going on a religious pilgrimage back to Jerusalem.
That's sick.
Jerusalem. So I'll be in Israel. I'm going to have a match in an MMA event in Jerusalem. And as far as I know, I discussed this with Ethan. I said, Ethan, do I need any type of visa? And he was just like, well, are you circumcised? And I said, I am circumcised. He's like, well, actually, that's what they check at the border. They'll let you straight in.
It's your fucking, don't they call it what, birthright? You get to fucking go, the U.S. pays for a trip or something?
Oh, no, that's only if you're proper Jewish.
Yeah? Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, fuck.
I just got circumcised for the optics of it, you know?
Oh, fuck. That's sick. So you said for an MMA match, so I'm assuming you're going to be competing in a cage?
It's in a cage, yeah. So it's against a big name. I'll say this, he's a handsome man that's not known for his skills on the microphone, but that's who I'll be competing against. I don't think we have the rules summed up yet. They told me, hey, let's do ADCC rules, and I was like, bro, that's fucking confusing. You know, let's not throw too many ADCC type rules at MMA fighters, you know?
This opponent isn't the brightest either.
You said that, I didn't say that.
Yeah. Dude,
I think he's intelligent. I think he's as intelligent as he is handsome, you know? But yeah, they actually offered the match to Nicky Ryan first. Nicky Ryan, being the coward he is, was terrified. Priced himself out of it.
Oh, God.
They took me, budget. They took me on a budget. I thought, you know what? If you offer me an interesting opponent in an interesting location, we'll talk. If you offer me a really tough opponent here in Austin, probably not.
That's
you know,
true.
let's. Austin used to be the destination that I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll go to Texas. Now, with it being hotter than the sun,
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, hey, let's go to fucking Jerusalem. Let's see what's going on out there. So obviously coming forward, expect many Palestine jokes. I think that's the angle we'll be looking for here. But that's what's coming up. I can't name the opponent yet. We wait till the contract's out, you know, wait till we get a contract. Because again, I don't know. I mean, I've heard Israelis pretty fucking tight on the contracts, you know. There's also other factors we've got to be careful of.
Yeah.
We do have Ethan here, but unfortunately, he's not the type you need in situations of negotiating, you know?
That's true.
Ethan's probably the one Jewish man that'll negotiate a worse deal for himself, you know?
That's why they send him to Canada.
Ethan, yeah, we ship him back to Canada. He might be on suicide watch tonight, but we hope for the best for him, you know?
He ends up winning tonight. I know he's having a good time.
You know, he's having a good time. I'll tell you what, you know what? He's being polite about it, you know? That's one thing for sure we know with Ethan. He's very polite. Ethan, when we attack him in the gym, he's like, oh, you got me, you know? Like, he handles that side well. Maybe he's killing prostitutes. I don't know.
I feel like people might think he left the venue quick because he was upset. I think he left the venue quick because he had things to take care of.
The only thing I think about Ethan not killing prostitutes is the fear that he might end up having to pay them. You know, like if things go bad and the cops bust him and he has to pay him or something, or he gets interrupted, he can't kill him. You know, like the potential for paying is what probably holds him back.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I don't know what the boys are up to tonight. We came back to film this and eat pizza.
True professionals.
Go to bed. You know, I've been on rehab. I've been on a rehab stint for a while.
You're
Had
right.
to get out of there tonight. You know, we bailed out. We watched the Marigali Kano match on the phone while driving. I had to get out. I couldn't handle being there. If Marigali won, you know, would have bothered me too much.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I didn't think it was gonna end up the way it did. So. I thought it was going to end up being worse than that.
And kind of, I'm disappointed because we tried to get him on the beers at Fight Boss. He might as well have got on the fucking beers with us at Fight Boss. You know, he said he's training hard for this shit. You know, that's what kills you sometimes when you lose. Is you think about the fun nights you missed out on. You're like, holy shit. Nicky Ryan was eating a stripper's ass. You know, it's like fuck. I was home in bed at 9 p.m. But
I just see him in San Diego just enjoying the good life. You know, it's a great fucking city.
San Diego.
I fucking love it.
Yeah. The main thing that holds San Diego back is all the Californians, though, you know, like the bro culture down there. That really, really tough to listen to after a while. You know, they're into doing fucking yoga and surfing and shit, talking spirituality and stuff. I had enough of those fucking people.
But yeah, you get straight shot to TJ if you ever want to get away.
TJ, dangerous spot, dangerous spot.
Yeah.
Dangerous
So
to the bank account.
that's why I think he maybe kind of needs a change of scenery, you know?
You know what? That could be an argument for why his gas tank failed him. You know, he's spending too much time in TJ.
Yeah. I mean, again, straight shot. It's so easy to cross on foot.
There was a time when TJ was the most dangerous city in the world. Not even that would stop me going to TJ, you know? Like, that's how good TJ is. Like, you're like, hey, I have to risk my life to go here. And you're like, fuck it, we're going.
Yeah, even it was like, fuck, I'm not taking a cab, I'm just walking.
One of the cowards at this gym actually was just down there getting stem cells for his fucking
I heard.
shoulder, you know? But like,
What do you think about those things?
I mean, listen, I'm pretty open-minded. Not enough to suck a dick or do stem cells, you know? Like, but I don't know. I might try it. I heard some dudes get stem cells in their dick.
Yeah, so it's for it to grow or for it to just have like the effects of a Cialis?
I don't know. I remember I got PRP and the guy was telling me about you could put PRP in your dick. And I was like, listen, I don't know if we need that, you know? Like,
With my fear of needles, that's not happening, buddy.
yeah, I mean, and how would they put a needle into another needle? You know, like you'd have to have a pretty fucking state. Definitely, you wouldn't be. You shouldn't be injecting your own needle because you're fucking.
I need a nurse for that one. Yeah, I also know.
Michael J. Pedrick.
I'm a grower, bro, not a shower.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm putting anything in my dick. Things would have to be bad if I'm injecting my dick. And if things are bad, my dick's not looking like it's ready to take a needle anyway. You know, I want to know if they're going to inject your dick. Does the nurse slap it around a bit before to get some volume to it, you know?
I'm imagining it has to be a half chub for it to have enough, like, dense, you know? Like, if it's just soft, that might fucking be hard to poke.
Because, like, at the thought of doing it, I lose a couple inches, you know? Like...
Gun shy.
Maybe that's why they do the services in TJ. You don't know, you know?
Yeah. It's got to be something pretty freaky for sure.
Yeah, but I'm open-minded to stem cells. But you know what? Any medical procedure I've heard about, like, it just doesn't work, you know? Like, I feel like I've never heard of anything that works. I feel like you fuck yourself, you're fucked, you work your way around it, you know? Like, stretching, bullshit, warm-ups, bullshit, cold plunge, bullshit, sauna, bullshit. Yeah. All that shit's bullshit.
We just killed our, like, sauna possible sponsor one day, our fucking cold plunge possible sponsor one day. He'll change his mind.
It's crazy how people suggest a cold plunge like it's the most out-of-the-box, insane idea ever, when they're really just looking at you and being like, hey, have you tried being cold? You know, like, guys will be like, hey, I've been taking cold showers for 2 weeks, it's changed my life. It's like, bro, what were you doing to begin with, you know?
No, I will say that's fucked. You can never catch me taking a cold shower. I'd rather do a plunge, the shower's like, water's hitting you, then it's not. That's fucked up.
The only time I take a cold shower is if I'm fucking dying hungover. I feel like the cold water just...
Or you're in a third world country that doesn't have a heater or some shit.
Like Switzerland, yeah. I'm surprised they have hot water, you know? If they fucking don't have AC, I'm surprised they've put the money into a hot water system. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the plunge feels nice, but I can't imagine doing that shit every day, fucking Wim Hof in it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I gotta think, like, cold plunge people, it's no surprise jiu-jitsu into it, because jiu-jitsu people never shut the fuck up about jiu-jitsu, and cold plunge people never shut the fuck up about cold plunge.
Yeah.
Anything in the health industry, like, unless you're the guy that discovered it, I don't want to hear you talking about it, you know? It's so bizarre to me, yeah.
It's definitely
fasting? People suggest I fast. They're like, oh, have you tried not eating? It's like, fuck, you're a genius, man. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't get that shit.
You gotta you wake up and eat like, I don't know how the fuck you eat like 6 a.m. and shit. That's impressive.
That's because I actually work out the day before, you know, I did something physical.
I mean, so do I, but I'd fucking barf. If
We already think you're a fucking psychopath because you don't drink coffee. Like, there's something wrong with you.
Dude, it tastes like shit. It tastes like shit. It makes me thirsty.
I could just taste like shit, but you're not gonna eat it, you know?
That one I could put it behind me, you know?
Bro.
I could push through for that one.
Stick a needle in you, drink a coffee once in a while.
I tried to have a fucking a fucking little drink with you today. That shit was terrible. That rain shit. Whatever we drank in the can, that shit was terrible.
Yeah, the only energy drink I've had that tastes good. Red Bull brings me back to Jägerbomb, so it fucking fills me with the dread of Jägermeister.
Yeah.
But what do the Pool Brothers have? Prime. The Prime energy drinks are good.
Yeah, I had that one with you. It tasted well enough, you know.
The Prime sports drink tastes like what I imagine diabetes feels like, you know? But the energy drinks themselves are fucking sick.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But whatever we had today was fucking shit. I couldn't even finish half.
Nicky Rod goes hard on the chassis and putting fucking salt in his water bottles and stuff like that.
I just became a fan of that.
You put salt in there?
I put 2 scoops of Gatorade powder, 6 grams of creatine, and a tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt. Shout out.
Wait,
Nicky.
6 grams a day of creatine?
Every day.
Fuck, you're fucking out of control, man. It's done nothing to you, eh?
Bro, I got water in my muscles. That's what it does. It brings water to your muscles. Yeah, shout out Nicky Rod, bro. He put me on the elixir.
Just fucking eat some fries. Eat some salty food, mate, you know?
I mean, I can't do that in the middle of training, so...
How much salt?
A tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt.
Wait a minute. Pink Himalayan salt?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, okay, Joe
The crystals, bro.
Where do you buy these from?
I have a...
Listen, one thing's for sure. If you're buying pink Himalayan salt, we are paying you too much money, you know?
Oh, dude, that's kind of where
That's
half
like
of my
the
budget
cocaine of
goes, dude.
salts.
Yeah, I'm eating like shit food, but at least it's seasoned correctly. You know?
You season your food with it as well? Or is it just for
No,
water?
I have a big bottle. Yeah, it's for my food and for my water bottle. Pink Himalayan salt is good, bro. Bro, I've been to your house. You have a great selection of spices.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm cooking meals all the time.
The carne asada thing you got going on, sick. Like, you know what the fuck you're doing. Pink Himalayan salt's pretty good.
I wish I could be honest with you, but sadly not, eh?
You don't even know.
They came with the house, you know?
Yeah, I haven't touched them since.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, man, pink Himalayan salt. Fucking, I got Wheatsville Co-op right in front of my house.
They sell that there. I thought the co-op was for...
Nah, the Co-op's like the most expensive wannabe Whole Foods I've ever been to in my life.
More expensive than Central Market?
Probably not.
I don't even know. I don't even go to fucking grocery
I
stores.
know, your Uber tab is more than I make in a year, so I can't fucking...
It is quite IA. My opinion on it is if you don't have Uber Eats, like, on the map, you don't belong on the map. Like, we should have a separate map for Uber Eats. And, like, if Uber Eats ain't there, I'm not going there, you know?
That's true. I can't... Yeah, I feel like every time I'm with you, it's literally Uber Eats or Cholitos.
I was just up in Wisconsin. I'm surprised they have Uber Eats. Hey, that's like fucking straight up farmland up there.
Yeah. But you went during a nice time. Summer, I heard, is pretty nice.
Summer was nice. Yeah, I was on a very rich lake with a nice family. Yeah.
That's when you were doing your little fucking wakeboarding or whatever that shit's called?
Oh, the wake surfing. Where everyone just fucking attacked me immediately. Yeah, like that was the easiest fucking thing in the world.
I mean, Henry Gracie posted a video the same day looking like fucking the best wake surfer of all time.
I will say this. It's easy to wake surf when you just live by being a celebrity witness and fucking tearing down the sport, you know? Like, you fucking do a few of those cases, you buy your own fucking boat,
yeah, he bought the lake. No, he has his own fucking... He's like fixing the backpack and the fucking hoodie and you're fucking falling. So you just picked a bad day to post the fucking video.
I swear he timed it. He was getting me back for attacking him over the court case, you know?
Yeah, but you look good at the end. You seem to have figured it out.
I figured it out a little bit, you know, but I did it once a day for 4 days. I went out twice a day, but, you know, once is enough.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I feel like you grew some respect for it because I feel like you've said some negative things about wake surfing.
About it?
Yeah.
Nah, I just think, obviously, if you have time to do that shit, how much time do you have, you know? The kids used to do a wakeboarding off the back of a jet ski, and I remember right by where I used to do surf lifesaving, the kid came off and immediately got eaten by a shark. So it was like, that activity was a wash.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Australia's, everyone lives by the beach. They go to the beach.
You guys got the
lake,
great whites.
We don't fuck with no lakes.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. You guys have way too many scary animals underwater for me to want to do that.
But that's part of the excitement of it, you know?
That you're about to dive by a shark? Absolutely.
Like you go on a hike here and you see bear footprints. What, are you going to turn around, be a coward? You know, you get out there.
I take my chances with a bear instead of a fucking shark, bro.
Really?
I think it'd be a little easier.
If you swam in the ocean, you swam by plenty of sharks, you know?
Probably. I'm from South Florida, so I'm sure. But great whites are something different. They don't have those down there. We have
There's no great whites in Florida?
Not South Florida. We got like tiger sharks. I know they have great whites in California, but I never...
bull sharks.
Yeah, but those are like aggressive or whatever. Great whites are just massive. You know, fuck that. No.
That's your fear, just massive.
No, I'm not fucking...
At least it'll be... I'd rather a great white get me because it's over quick.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Bull shark gets you, it could take a while.
Shake you around.
When we landed in Perth, the day we landed in Perth, it was the river mouth. I forget the name of the river, but we landed there. A girl saw dolphins, 15-year-old girl, jumps in the river mouth immediately a bull shark bites her head off.
She saw a dolphin, or she thought it was a dolphin?
She
it
saw a
was
pot
shark?
of dolphins, went to swim with them,
Oh,
immediately killed by
ridiculous.
a shark.
Yeah. Why would a girl
River
want to
mouse
swim
real
with
dangerous.
Dude, dolphins have known to like rape people and shit in the water. What the fuck she thinking?
You're the only cunt worried about being sexually assaulted by a dolphin.
That's fucking second smartest animal in the world, bro.
Fuck, if there was a single mom dolphin out there, you would jump straight in, mate.
If she has a fucking apartment and a car I can have, I'm in with that dolphin.
If there was a nurse breed of fucking dolphin,
Yeah.
Nah, there was that guy, John Lilly or whatever, that used to take ketamine and acid and try to communicate with dolphins. They'd fucking beat the dolphin off and stuff, do tons of weird shit with it.
That's
Same guy
fucking-
that invented the flotation tank, I'm pretty sure.
The fucking one that Joe raves about, the salt one?
I reckon if you're going to get in a float tank, you should have to beat off a dolphin to pay respect to the fucking creator, you know?
I don't think I have.
I'm not even joking. Look that up. That's fucking pretty weird.
That's pretty weird. I don't know if I have the mental capacity to sit for an hour in a salt thing.
But imagine hearing that story about how the float tank was created and being like, you know what? This guy's got some good ideas. Put me in the float tank, you know? I tried the float tank. I was like, what is this?
You
bro?
did it for an hour?
I was in there for like 90 minutes. My neck started to hurt. I
That's
was
a lot
like,
of time.
what the fuck is this thing? You know?
I've heard good things about it. I don't think I could bring myself to have the mental capacity to lay in there without a phone or without anything, just lay there in silence. I probably want to drown
Yeah,
myself.
I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. It's the same reason I don't do psychedelic drugs. I don't want to think about the horrible things I've done in my life, you know? I want to just ignore it and keep cruising.
Just
you
keep
know?
cruising.
Keep staying. Work hard enough that you don't have to think like that.
Yeah, I can't be fucked doing that for sure.
But obviously, guys, we're going to end this podcast here. We would take a flotation tank sponsor. We would endorse it fully. We will do anything for the right price. But that's it for tonight. That's it for the El Segundo podcast. I hope you fucking assholes appreciate it. It's 11:30. That's a late night for myself here.
Yeah, it's definitely past your bedtime. Anything else you want to shout out or anything before we get out of here?
That's it. It'll be a while. Actually, we'll probably film one in Iceland.
We got a good guest out there.
We got Giles. We'll try to say something that gets him in trouble in some capacity because he's very uncomfortable with politically incorrect statements, you know.